Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 941st day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 643,750 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,330 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 16 tanks, 30 armored combat vehicles, 81 artillery systems, 2 multiple launch rocket systems, 71 drones, 79 vehicles and 1 piece of special equipment. The Russians launched 121 combat clashes and carried out 52 airstrikes, including 71 anti-aircraft missiles on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 625 kamikaze drones and carried out 3,900 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports. In Kharkiv, northeastern Ukraine, Russian forces have advanced west from Pishchain and now hold a position 3.5 kilometers from the Oskil River, likely aiming to use it as a defensive barrier. Russia's main focus remains on Pokrovsk in eastern Ukraine, where they have likely captured the towns of Rodivka and Ukrainsk and are now around 8 kilometers from Pokrovsk. Ukrainian reinforcements, urban areas, and defenses have likely slowed the Russian advance in this area over the past week. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Ukraine's September 18 strike against a Russian missile and ammunition storage facility near Toropets, Tver Oblast reportedly destroyed enough Russian munitions to affect Russian operations in the coming months. The Kremlin is reportedly reconsidering the effectiveness of nuclear saber-rattling as part of its efforts to influence the ongoing Western policy debate about supporting Ukraine and specifically permitting Ukraine to use Western-provided weapons against military objects in Russia. Satellite imagery of damage at the Plesetsk Cosmodrome in Arkhangelsk Oblast captured on September 21 suggests that the Russian military recently conducted an unsuccessful RS-28 Sarmat nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missile test. Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustem Umerov stated on September 21 that Ukraine will increase its production of drones by several times in 2025 in order to maintain Ukraine's quantitative superiority over Russian drone production. Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Maria Zakharova announced on September 22 that Russia will not participate in Ukraine's second peace summit later in 2024 or in any such summits. Russia is reportedly expanding intelligence operations in Mexico to undermine the United States and support for Ukraine. Ukrainian forces recently advanced near Svatov. Russian forces recently marginally advanced near Toretsk and Pokrovsk, southwest of Donetsk city, and in the Donetsk-Zaporizhia Oblast border area. A Ukrainian officer in a drone crew stated on September 22 that the Russian military command is forcing soldiers to dig trenches at Russian positions in unspecified areas of Ukraine without weapons and sometimes without armor, helmets, or military uniforms. In Zelensky's nightly address he spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, Ukraine's visit to the US for strategic talks. President Zelensky has embarked on a visit to the United States, with stops in Pennsylvania, New York, and Washington, to present Ukraine's plan for victory. This plan aims to secure further international support, with key discussions scheduled with President Biden, Congress, and other global leaders to bolster Ukraine's position in the war. Secondly, appeal for diplomatic and military support. Zelensky emphasized the need for both military assistance and diplomatic efforts to pressure Russia into peace. He called for continued US and allied support, including weapons and backing for Ukraine's peace formula, which is based on the UN Charter. Lastly, gratitude and global cooperation. Zelensky expressed gratitude to the US and other democratic nations supporting Ukraine, stressing that the outcome of the war impacts global democracy. He highlighted upcoming meetings with leaders from the Global South, G7, and international organizations to solidify global efforts for a just peace and lasting victory. First Lady of Ukraine Alina Zelenska. First Lady Alina Zelenska, speaking at the UN's Shaping the Future of Learning Now event, emphasized Ukraine's efforts to protect children's right to education despite ongoing conflict. She highlighted the country's advanced online learning system, developed in response to Russian aggression, and the formation of the device coalition to support remote learning. Zelenska also noted Ukraine's continued school nutrition reform during the war, with Kiev set to host a major international summit on school meals this November. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.